Welcome to another edition of Rogues Gallery, where we count down the best of the worst bad guys according to your votes. This week, we're looking at the foes of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and just missing out on the top 10 were Armagon, Mr. Null, and Hun. Let's start the countdown. Number 10, Slash. Slash is a mutated turtle just like our heroes, but he wasn't lucky to gain the cognitive functions of the Ninja Turtles, and instead is more of a simple yet savage monster. Slash is often manipulated by other villains to do their grunt work, or take out the turtles, but on occasion he has been convinced to work by their side as a temporary fifth member. Number 9, Agent John Bishop. Agent Bishop was originally created for the 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series, but has recently made the jump to the comics at IDW. He serves as a member of the Earth Protection Force, primarily interested in keeping Earth safe from aliens, but with more than passing interest in the Turtles and their mutation. Number 8, the Rat King. The Rat King is one of the most mysterious characters in the entire TMNT universe, and not much is known about him aside from his penchant for rats, whom he has a telepathic control over. While most often a foe of the Ninja Turtles, on occasion he has appeared with a more neutral stance and has even allied with them on rare instances. Number 7, Maligna. Maligna is an alien queen and the matriarch of the Malignoids. She is not only an enemy of the Turtles and a threat to Earth, but a fierce rival of Krang as well. She died along with the entire Malignoid race when their hive ship crashed into the sun. Number 6, Baxter Stockman. Baxter Stockman is a mad scientist and is responsible for the creation of the Mousers, machines meant to kill sewer rats which he used to commit bank robberies. In various incarnations of the franchise, he regularly allies himself with other more powerful villains and sometimes mutates into a giant fly. Number 5, Kitsune. Kitsune is an ancient witch from feudal Japan, who has been allied with the Foot Clan as long as there has been a Foot Clan, helping it rise to power over the centuries. She has the ability to shapeshift and often changes into the form of a fox. Number 4, Bebop and Rocksteady. Bebop and Rocksteady started out as two street thugs doing dirty work for the Foot Clan, but when it was decided they needed their own mighty mutants to take on the Turtles, the two witless criminals were forcibly transformed into a warthog and rhinoceros, respectively. Number 3, Karai. Karai was first introduced as a high-ranking member of the Foot Clan, who attempted to make peace with the Ninja Turtles in order to take control of the fractured organization and make sure it never bothers them anymore. In later incarnations, Karai is shown as being directly related to Shredder, and in current IDW continuity, she is a distant relative of Shredder who helped resurrect him and took her place as his second in command. When Leonardo joined the Foot Clan, she was deposed and began operating in secret to prove her worth, and took part in the creation of many muta animals, including Bebop and Rocksteady. Number 2, Krang. Krang is a warlord from Dimension X who attempted to use his rock soldiers and technodrome to take over Earth, and as such was banished to the planet he tried to conquer after being reduced to his brain form. Krang allied himself with Shredder, and in exchange he was given a new robotic body which he could pilot from the torso. The current Krang featured in the comics is even more ruthless and deadly, having allied himself with Shredder centuries ago to help strengthen the Foot Clan. Now in the present day, he funds Baxter Stockman's research to help create newer and more dangerous weapons and creatures to fuel his ongoing war. And number 1, the Shredder. Shredder, aka Oroku Saki, is a character with a lot of different origins depending on which incarnation of the Turtles franchise you consult. But originally, he was a grieving sibling who joined the Foot Clan to get revenge on the man who killed his brother. He went on to lead the clan and kill his enemy, who was also the owner of the rat that became Splinter, starting a new rivalry where one had ended. In the more recent IDW comics, Oroku Saki is a feudal warlord who uses ooze provided by Krang to preserve his body for decades, until he is resurrected by his descendant Oroku Karai. While he attempted to take back control of the Foot Clan and the world, he was opposed by his rival Hamato Yoshi, who had been reincarnated as Splinter and who would stop Shredder at every turn with his 4 adopted turtle sons. That's it for this week's Rogues Gallery. Make sure you keep an eye on Comics Alliance to have your say in future polls. That's it for this week's Rogues Gallery. Keep an eye on Comics Alliance to have your say in the latest polls.